Amazon FBA is definitely not worth it if you're going into it with the mindset that you're going to make a whole load of money without doing any of the work. Look, we're all entrepreneurs here, and it's my belief that it's in our veins to build something that will continue to earn us money even after we let go of the reins. So with that said, yes, Amazon FBA is 100% worth it if you're prepared to put in the time and the effort to get the results. I've been selling on Amazon since 2013. That makes this year my 12th year selling on the platform, and it's something that's been an absolute game changer for my family and even the kids love it. Yeah, that's right, they get involved as well. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down 4 of the biggest misconceptions about Amazon FBA so that you can finally build that business you've been dreaming about for years. So let's get into it. Misconception number 1. I need thousands of dollars to get started with Amazon FBA. Now, this is simply not the case. Amazon FBA can be done in a number of different ways, ranging from wholesale to private label to the one that we're going to be discussing specifically in this video that we call reselling, otherwise known as online arbitrage. I myself, when I first started back in 2013, I had £500, which in US dollars is somewhere in the region of about 600 or 700 US dollars. So it's not a huge amount of money, and I started off with a very, very small amount of product and just got them sold, reinvested the profits and grew my business from there. And here I am in 2025 reaping the rewards of that early investment back in 2013. Misconception number 2. I have to handle products and I don't want to do that. Well, it's simply not the case, because with Amazon FBA, if you're brand new to it, FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. So the way that it works is, as FBA sellers, we buy product, we send it to Amazon's fulfillment centers where it's stored until it's sold. When it sells, Amazon's team will pick it off the shelf, they'll pack it in a box, and they will ship it to our customers on our behalf. They'll also handle all the customer service after the fact, which means we haven't got to deal with any annoying customers chasing us up for their orders or anything like that. Amazon handles everything. So that means that your spare room won't be stacked floor to ceiling, or your garage, whatever it is, wherever you would store your product, won't be stacked floor to ceiling with product. Misconception number 3. Amazon is oversaturated. Now, honestly, I hear this one probably every day from somebody who's talking to me about Amazon and what I do and how the business works. They'll always say something along the lines of, oh, but isn't Amazon oversaturated? Isn't there too many sellers on the platform now? Honestly, it's a complete myth. There are hundreds of millions of people shopping on Amazon's website. There are nowhere near that number of sellers. Trust me when I say there are plenty to go around. Now, well, like I said, I first started selling in 2013, and a little bit later on, once I kind of mastered this and figured out how it all worked, I started sharing the model with friends and family, and they were having success with it. And then I made it official, started helping people as a consultant, as an educator, and all the while we've been educating more and more people on how this model works, and it's never shown any signs of slowing down. In fact, after the world closed down in 2019-2020, when you couldn't go out into your local retail stores and pick up products, people have been buying online from websites like Amazon in droves. So there are more and more customers every single day. It's certainly not oversaturated. If anyone tells you that, they simply don't know what they're talking about. And just to prove it, I'm going to show you, we're going to hop over onto my browser and I'm going to show you just how I go about finding a product, and then we can pull back the curtain on it and see how many other people are selling it, see how many times per month it's selling, and we'll be able to figure out, is Amazon oversaturated? I can promise you it's not. We've got lots and lots of people in our community doing very, very well with it. But let's switch over to my browser and I will show you how we go about that. So we're on a website called Slick Deals right now. This is not our website, and it's not a website that's built specifically for the purpose in which we use it. This is just a consumer deal sharing website where savvy shoppers will share deals, discounts, offers, sales, clearance events, all sorts of things like that with their fellow savvy shoppers. So we use it as a means of being able to find the low-hanging fruit. We, in this business model, online arbitrage, we look for discounted products we can buy from these online retailers, and then we look to see how much those products are selling for on Amazon. Usually they're selling for the regular selling price, and the price gap there, minus our fees and costs, gives us a profit. So that's how it works. So let me show you how we'd actually go about that. So on this website, they have just at the top here, deals for you. This is kind of where it knows the sorts of products that I'm looking for, and it's going to start suggesting them to me because I've visited the website many, many times. And we've got some nice big discounts here. We've got this one here, 66% off, 57% off, 42% off. So that price gap between what the retail price is and how much we can buy it for is the price gap. That's the price gap that we can profit from. So let's go, this one's actually a really nice discount, 83% off. Let's go take a look at that. The bigger the discount, obviously the better chance we've got of being able to profit from it. So I'm going to click on that, and then what this does is it shows us more information about the product, where to buy it from. To be clear, we don't actually buy product from Slick Deals. It's just a portal where people are sharing these opportunities. So this deal is actually on a website called Woot, which is owned by Amazon, funnily enough, and it looks like they've got a series of different products with different discounts. This one here is 75% off. Was $219.99, now $54.99. So you remember what we were saying about in the first misconception about not needing to spend or invest thousands of dollars to get started with this. You can only actually order one of these from that store. So it creates a limit for us there in what we can spend anyway. So let's go look this product up now on Amazon and see what we'd be able to sell it for. So we can buy it for $54.99. What we're going to do is search for the product, and because this is an Amazon company, it's actually got the Amazon code ASIN, which is Amazon's own unique reference number for the listing, so we can look that up directly without having to do what's known as a title search, where we just manually type in the product name. But this is it here, the Ryobi 1 Plus 18 volt lithium ion cordless electric sprayer with battery and charger. So that is what we've got here, sprayer with battery, and it's the exact same product, exact same listing. So you can see over on Amazon right now at the very same time, this same product is selling for $151.99. Now that's a serious price gap between $54.99 and $151.99. So you can see very, very quickly that took me just a matter of minutes to find that. It's not something that takes a lot of time. Now let's address the oversaturation that we were talking about, because if we scroll on down, we can see all of the different people who are currently selling this exact product on the Amazon website right now. So these are the different sellers. This is a tool, by the way, called BuyBot Pro. It's a profit calculator and a product analyzer. It enables us to do in-depth research on the product to make sure that what we're buying is actually going to sell, because we only want to be buying things that are going to sell, not stuff that's just going to be sitting on the shelf gathering dust. That's not good for anybody. So we can see here there's 5 sellers. 5 sellers currently selling this product. And there's a slight nuance here that if you are brand new to this won't be apparent to you, but let me explain it. The 6 different sellers here, or the 5 different sellers here, none of them are using FBA, what that we talked about earlier on. And there's this thing that you are maybe familiar with called the buy box. That's this area here where you have the add to cart and buy now button. So with the add to cart and buy now button, whoever holds the buy box on this listing at the time the customer visits the product page and they place an order, that's the person who gets the sale. Now there's a thing about Amazon FBA that you need to know. For consumers, people who are buying on Amazon's website, if they are Prime subscribers, the Prime logo, they get Prime delivery, they're eligible for Prime delivery if the seller is using FBA. So that's something that a lot of people are unaware of. Most people think if they're ordering using Prime, they're buying from Amazon directly. But it could just be a third-party seller, just like me, just like you, and you could be ordering from them. So long as they are using Amazon FBA, where they have their product stored in Amazon's warehouses, it's eligible for Prime. So none of the sellers that are currently on this listing are using Amazon FBA. And I can tell that because if they were, the box that the stock level number is in would be green. So there are 59 units between these people here on the listing, which at first glance would probably look like it's a little bit too much, because this product only sold 11 units in the last 30 days. But if you remember, we can only buy one of these anyway. This store limits the purchase of this particular product at this price to just one per customer. Let's say we did just buy one. We sent it into Amazon FBA. We put our cost price in here so we can calculate our profitability. BuyBot Pro is just going to work out all of Amazon's costs. They're going to work out the cost for us to store it in the warehouse for a month, for us to have Amazon pick it, pack it and ship it, and pay them a commission for the use of their platform. So now that's all been calculated, you can see that we'd actually make a profit of $58.50. That's right, we put $55 in and we get $55 back out, which is our original cost, plus an additional profit of $58.50. That means that we've grown our original investment by 106.38%. Very specific, but the 0.38 is important when it adds up. With lots of different products. And if we wanted to see a breakdown of exactly how much Amazon is charging us here, you can see the referral fee, which is their commission that we pay them. It's $22.80. We pay them a storage fee of 66 cents, and then we pay a fulfillment fee. That's the cost for Amazon to pick it off the shelf, pack it in a box and ship it to our customer, and then handle any customer service after the fact, is $15. So that leaves us with a profit of $58.50. So it's my belief, in fact I know this because we do this all the time, if we were to buy this, send it into Amazon's warehouse and match the lowest price seller here at $151.99, we would instantly win the buy box as an FBA seller, because Amazon gives FBA sellers preferential treatment in the buy box, because Amazon ultimately are trying to achieve a combination of value and convenience for their customers. The best price delivered to the customer in the shortest period of time possible. And as an FBA seller, with prime delivery for the buyer, they'd be able to place the order, get it delivered within a couple of days at the lowest going rate. So we would 100% win the buy box, and so that disproves the whole Amazon is saturated. There are only 5 people selling this product on the platform right now. It's a pretty big brand. It's probably one you've heard of if you spend any time in the garden or working with tools or equipment like that. All right, now on to misconception number 4, the fourth and final one, but stick around because it's a good one. So most people think that they need to have suppliers in order to start with Amazon FBA. Now that would be true if you were doing private label, as in you were creating your own brand of products. You need to find a supplier in China you can buy the products from. Or if you're selling wholesale, you need to open up accounts with various different suppliers, and there'll be different suppliers for different types of products, different categories of products, different brands of products. You'll have to open up accounts and apply for accounts and either be accepted or declined by those suppliers in order to continue on with your business. But with reselling with online arbitrage, you don't need to do that. If you've ever placed an order on an online store, you will know how simple it is. You literally just show up to the website, add to cart, check out, set the shipping address to your prep center if you don't want to handle the goods yourself, and then that's it. You are good to go. There is literally nothing more to do than that. In terms of the suppliers, they're probably places that you're already buying from on a regular basis. Look, maybe you don't order online, maybe you don't shop online, maybe you head down to your local retail stores. The exact same thing can be done in your retail stores. Just online, it means you can do it from anywhere in the world. You could do it from your vacation on a beach in Mexico. You could do it whilst working your regular day job. And because we use Amazon FBA, it means that product is being shipped out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whilst we're sleeping, eating, working, vacationing, whatever. This business is working around the clock. And let me tell you, one of the most incredible things about this business is waking up first thing in the morning to sales and money already being deposited into your bank account. So anyway, let's talk suppliers. Suppliers are the stores that you're probably already buying from. But what we've done is, let me show you this tool here. We call it the Sourcing Vault, and it's something that we provide to our clients, the people who work with us a little bit closer. We help coach people and teach people how to implement this business model specifically. And one of the things that we've done is we've aggregated over 1,000 different stores in the US, UK and Canada that we and the team and our clients buy from on a regular basis, because all of these stores have regular discounts. So there are 1,060 different stores in here. Now I don't want to show you too much here because obviously it's reserved for our private clients. But let's say, for example, you wanted to find a store that sold Lego. You just type Lego in the search and there you go. It's going to show you all the different stores that we've got in our database that sell Lego products. So that enables you to, if you want to sell specific products or a specific category of products or into a specific country, you can just search inside of our Sourcing Vault and find everything that you need. Now, if you are not part of our programs, then this is not something you're going to have access to. So what I'd recommend that you do is think to yourselves, where are the places I shop at regularly? You probably have a hobby or an interest or a passion or something like that, and you probably buy from a specific store regularly. Maybe you're into supplements and personal fitness and health and stuff like that. Well, what websites do you buy your supplements from? What websites do you buy your gym gear from? Think about that and think about where you might be able to go to look for these discounted products that you can buy at a lower price than what they're selling for on Amazon and profit from the price gap. So there you have it, the 4 biggest misconceptions about Amazon FBA and the things that I often hear are holding people back from the business of their dreams. So let me know if you've enjoyed this video by giving it a like. Also, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat below and subscribe to see more videos just like this in the future. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.